The Japanese word origami means fold and paper. Some of the first traces of origami date back to the 6th century. In 1797, the first known origami book was published in Japan. While Longmont Museum is home to an international origami exhibition. Here to take us inside the fold, Wes Jessup. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to be back.
This is really cool. I know Above the Fold is the first traveling exhibition of origami to North America, and the artists are from all over, right?
They're from all over the world, yeah. From Asia, Europe, the Middle East, and of course North America.
We are so blessed to have this in our own backyard here in Longmont.
It's great, yeah.
It's a big blessing. The idea of origami is more than just a bird-shaped folded paper. How does the exhibition display origami?
The exhibition displays all different kinds of, mostly large-scale origami. I think that's what's unusual about this show is people typically think of very small, animal forms, but these are actually some of them quite large, almost more like art installation pieces. So they really take it to another level, and I think that's what people are so excited about when they come into the exhibition.
Well, and this is family-friendly. I mean, I could see my sons getting as excited as I am about some of the pieces. It's cool to look at.
It is, and it's great because all ages can appreciate this show. I mean, of course, we associate origami with children and school and folding, different animal-shaped paper, but really it's for all ages. I mean, parents love the show and as much as kids do, and it's a pretty sophisticated show.
Wes, how was Longmont so lucky to get this show?
Well, I came across the show because a colleague of mine when I used to live in LA was organizing it, and she's an Asian art curator, and she was putting this together with artists that she knew from around the world. And so I was able to connect with her, and we were able to get it on our schedule a couple of years ago. So we were fortunate.
And you're the museum director?
I am the director, yeah.
Okay, so you're able to walk through the museum and talk to people who come in for a visit. What are some of the thoughts that you share with them?
Yeah, well, I do a walkthrough every Tuesday at 12 o'clock. So people coming into the museum, it's kind of like a tour, but honestly, it's more of a conversation. People have a lot of knowledge and experience they bring, and so it's a fun way to interact around the art.
Yeah.
And so we talk about all different aspects of the tradition of folding and of paper, and it's a really great opportunity to learn some more about something that you think you know about, but there's actually a lot more behind it now.
Just looking at those photos too that we saw on screen, they're just breathtaking.
Yeah.
And we should mention the second Saturday of each month is it free day?
Yes, the second Saturday is free, and then I should also mention that our weekends are very crowded at the museum. So if you have an opportunity to come up during the week, that's a great, if you want a little more space and don't want to be around a lot of the crowds, it's a wonderful time to come up during the week.
Very nice. And again, the website's at the bottom of the screen, longmontmuseum.org, if you just want to punch that up and get more information, or get the address, longmontmuseum.org. Now, talking about this fascinating exhibition, how big or tall are some of the origami pieces?
So our largest piece is around 20 feet long, and it's about 7 feet tall, so it's enormous.
Wow.
It's, we had it took 7 people to install that piece. It was incredible. And it's actually made with a paper base, more of like a cardboard. So again, you really get into some different interpretations of what traditional paper origami is, and looking at paper-based kinds of folds and things like that as well.
Okay, so when you're thinking origami, it's not all the traditional paper. It could be paper-based, like the cardboard.
Exactly, and that's the only piece that uses that kind of cardboard. Most of them are paper, but there's so many different techniques now that when you walk in, you won't even necessarily recognize the pieces as paper, because there's so many different ways of working with it now that really expand the whole field.
Does the Longmont Museum offer any camps or classes or anything for the kiddos?
We do. We do have classes in connection to this exhibition, and then other things like during the spring break, we have a lot of different kinds of classes for kids and camps as well. So our goal is to really connect people with art and with history, and this is just an ideal show to do that.
Give the kiddos a little culture in life,
That's right?
And keep them busy for mom and dad.
That's right.
Longmont Museum is only 30 minutes from Denver, and you can learn about the rich history of the area while also enjoying Above the Fold, new expressions of origami, now through May 1st. Now, this is the first traveling exhibition to bring origami installations from around the world to North American audiences. Learn more at longmontmuseum.org. That's longmontmuseum.org.